Yes, so now we are going to revise Euler's method. Euler's method using calculator. We have a question in front of us and we have the formula that we have to put in the calculator. Okay, we need very few things to put in the calculator. I'm going to show you by two ways. You can follow any one of them. Okay, here if you see, the only variables I have is x n plus 1 and y n plus 1, right? That is what I have to find. That is nothing but the next x term, correct? So what I will do, I will try to fulfill this formula in such a way it matches with the given question. So my next x term is nothing but my existing x term plus h, that is nothing but 0.25. So I will write down 0.25 here. And whatever is my existing, that is the previous one. So I am finding the next one. If I am finding next one, uska pehla jo hai, the one before that, that will be taken here. Correct? So if you see the Excel, or you can say spreadsheet, so let's say here is your x, here is your y, you would have put down the given condition in this, which is as per the given question, y0 is 1. So when x is 0, y is 1. I want to find next x term, that is nothing but previous x term plus height or step length. Okay? So that's why I have written 0.25. I want to find next y value, that is nothing but, this is not in the standard form. I want dy by dx here. So I can write it as 1 plus e raised to power x. Correct? So my next y value will be the previous one. So again, my next y value will be the previous one plus h times, that will be 0.25 times function. But function of what? It is 1 plus e raised to power x. So here I will multiply 1 plus e raised to power x. It is x n y n. Here in this question, I only have x. I don't need to put the value of y. So I will put here the previous value of x, that is x n value. Correct? Now, once you write it like this, I will directly put it in the spreadsheets and we will get our answers. So let's check. We'll have to refer it back here. I'll keep moving from calculator to the board. Okay. So this is our calculator, list and spreadsheets. So the technique that I'm explaining right now does not require you to store the functions in calculator. You can directly do it without calculator as well. Okay. The technique that I'm explaining here doesn't need you to store it in the calculator. You can do it without storing it in the calculator. Okay. So let's say यहाँ पे मैंने n ले लिया, यहाँ पे मैंने, if I'm taking xn here, or let's say x here, and here I'm taking y. Okay. N is nothing but my initial condition, which is 0. The first condition given is what? Y of 0 is 1, which is nothing but x ka value 0, y ka value 1. Okay. My next term, here I am directly using formula method, not even storing functions. Okay. So my next term will be what? Equals to previous term. Previous term is in what? Column A, row 1. So what I will do? Equals to column A, row 1 plus 1, because I want the next serial number, that is 1. Now I want to scroll it down. I want to copy the formula down. So I will use the formula menu 3 3, and then downward wala arrow key. Correct? So what I will do, I have already selected the cell. Okay? I have selected the cell menu 3 3, and I am using my down key. Jitna karna hai, I can do it, and here my formula will be copied. Okay. Now second term, x values. What are my x values? My x values are previous value. If you look into the formula, my next x value is nothing but previous plus 0.25. So my next x value will be the previous one, which is in the B column. So B1 plus length is 0.25. Enter. I can copy the formula as it is. Menu 3 3, scrolling down, enter. I will get all my x values here. Next, y values. How to find y values? For y values, again, equals to, I'll copy the formula as it is. Next y value is previous y value plus 0.25 times. So what I will do, Previous y value is where? It is in C1. So C1 plus 0.25 into, what is the function, guys? Function is, let's check, 1 plus e raised to power x. So I will use 1 plus e raised to power, but instead of x, what I have to use? Check. Here it is n plus 1 and here it is n, means previous x value. So I will use previous x value, and that previous x value is in B1. So here I will put B1, enter, and I got my answer. Again, menu 3, I will copy it downwards as it is, and all answers are here. So this is the method in which you don't have to store your function, you don't have to store your differential equation, you don't have to store your height, or that is the step length. You can directly use formula here and get your answers.